Welcome back. Today we dive into a surprisingly rewarding corner of British coin collecting. The most valuable United Kingdom 5-pence coins. Though often overlooked due to their small face value, certain 5-pence pieces have captivated collectors around the world because of their rarity, unique minting history, unusual error strikes, or limited production runs. Throughout this video, we will unveil the top 7 rarest and most valuable UK 5-pence coins, examine what makes each of them special, and share current auction and collector market values in US dollars. Whether you are an experienced collector or just curious about what might be hiding in your change, there are stories here that will surprise you. So let's get started. First up, we are taking an in-depth look at the United Kingdom 2013 5-pence coin, with a specific focus on those coins in very good and collectible condition. We will explore the background of this small yet fascinating denomination, unpack the features that make certain specimens desirable to collectors, explain why rarity matters even for seemingly common coins, and discuss what these coins are commanding at auction in terms of real dollar values. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or someone just starting your collection, this video will equip you with valuable insights into one of the most circulated coins in British modern coinage. The 5-pence coin has been a core part of the United Kingdom's decimal coinage since its introduction in 1968, replacing the shilling as part of the decimalization process. By 2013, the coin had transitioned fully to the smaller, modern size that had been introduced in 1990. In 2013, the Royal Mint produced the coin with the 4th portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, and the distinctive section of the Royal Shield of Arms on the reverse, created as part of Matthew Dent's Unified Shield design series. From a historical perspective, this coin reflects an era of continuity in British coinage before the changes that accompanied the accession of King Charles III in 2022 and the subsequent redesigns of circulating coins. In 2013, the denomination was struck in nickel-plated steel, following the switch from copper-nickel a year earlier to reduce production costs. On first examination, the 2013 5-pence coin may appear simple, but it incorporates several design elements and production decisions worth noting. The obverse portrait of Queen Elizabeth II is detailed and mature, representing the 4th official effigy of the monarch that appeared on circulating coins. The reverse continues the royal shield motif, which links the 5-pence into a larger narrative across denominations where individual coins create the complete shield when placed together. This approach was both innovative and symbolic of national heritage. Physically, the coin measures approximately 18.0 millimeters in diameter and weighs around 3.25 grams, with a milled edge and high level of detail on both sides. Although many circulated examples are well worn from everyday use, collectors seek out those with sharper strike details and minimal surface wear. Proof and brilliant uncirculated versions were also released, often packaged or sold as part of sets, and these command higher interest among specialists. Strictly by numbers, the 2013 5-pence is not rare in the conventional sense. The total mintage for the circulating version in 2013 was approximately 378.8 million coins, making it one of the more common annual issues of this denomination. Because of this high production, finding an ordinary example is extremely easy, and such specimens generally trade near face value or slightly above in circulated condition. However, within this large mintage there are collectible subcategories that can elevate interest. Coins in very good and especially uncirculated condition are inherently scarcer because most 5-pence coins spend years in pocket change, wallets, and tills where surface wear quickly accumulates. Additionally, proof and brilliant uncirculated versions produced for collectors, often with superior striking and finish, are limited relative to the vast bulk coins and thus attract attention. Collectors also pay premiums for any genuine minting anomalies or error coins associated with this year's issue, though such error variants are usually rare and must be authenticated by experienced numismatists. Turning to market values, it is essential to set realistic expectations. Standard circulated examples of the 2013 5-pence coin typically sell for modest prices that slightly exceed face value when offered online via auction platforms. Listings for circulated and average condition specimens commonly show prices equivalent to $1 to $3 million US dollars, depending on seller, condition, and shipping costs. Coins in very good condition or uncirculated grade will command higher prices, and you will see brilliant uncirculated pieces fetching around $5 million in dealer or online marketplace listings. Proof versions, with their mirror-like fields and crisp design elements, can reach similar or sometimes slightly higher levels, depending on demand. While truly rare or authenticated error coins could theoretically sell for significantly more at auction, documented sales of such types for 2013 5-pence issues are sparse and highly dependent on verification by grading services. It is these exceptional cases where the market can see values leap, occasionally into the tens or even hundreds of dollars for unique error or high-grade certified examples, though such outcomes are atypical and should be approached with informed caution. For anyone looking to collect or invest in the 2013 5-pence coin, there are several practical guidelines. First, always evaluate the condition carefully. Surface quality, luster, and strike detail are primary determinants of value. Seeking coins graded by reputable third-party services such as PCGS or NGC can establish confidence and clarity for both buyers and future sellers. Second, educate yourself on how to authenticate error or variety coins. Genuine anomalies can be difficult to distinguish without experience, and what might appear unusual could simply be wear or damage. Consulting reference resources, joining numismatic communities, and leveraging expert services like the Royal Mint Collector's Service can help you separate genuinely valuable finds from common specimens. Finally, be patient with market timing. Even collectible coins can fluctuate in value based on broader trends in collector interest and general economic conditions. Participating respectfully in auctions, building relationships with reputable dealers, and maintaining a careful documentation trail for each piece in your collection will pay dividends over time. The United Kingdom 2013 5-pence coin is a fascinating subject for collectors because it bridges everyday use and collectible interest. Although not rare in total mintage, well-preserved specimens, proof examples, and error variants elevate the narrative beyond face value. Understanding the history, identifying distinguishing features, and appreciating the nuance of condition and rarity are key to unlocking value in this humble yet intriguing coin. Whether you are holding a well-kept 2013 5-pence in your collection jar or considering adding one to your album, this coin has layers of story and potential worth that reward the thoughtful collector. Stay tuned for more videos exploring coins from around the world. Keep discovering your hidden treasures. Next up, the 2014 5-pence piece. At first glance, this coin might seem like everyday loose change, a common circulation coin you might casually find in pockets or wallets. However, within the world of numismatics, even the humblest denominations carry stories, historical context, and, in some cases, surprising value. We will explore the history of the 2014 UK 5-pence coin, its design and features, what makes certain examples more desirable to collectors, and how an extra fine condition specimen might be valued on the auction market in US dollars. Whether you are a seasoned collector or new to coin collecting, there is something valuable to learn here. The United Kingdom 5-pence coin has been a staple of British coinage since the decimalization of the pound in 1971, when it replaced the shilling as a small denomination fractional unit of currency. By 2014, the 5-pence coin had been in circulation for over 4 decades. That year's issue continued the modern series featuring the Royal Shield of Arms on the reverse, a design unified across multiple denominations to form the complete shield when placed together. The obverse bears the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, consistent with other contemporary coinage. In 2014, the Royal Mint produced these 5-pence coins struck in nickel-plated steel, a change from the earlier cupronickel composition introduced as a cost-saving measure in previous years. With a diameter of 18 millimeters and weighing just over 3 grams, the coin serves its daily monetary function while also representing a slice of British numismatic continuity. Most of these coins circulated widely, making them a familiar sight in everyday transactions in the United Kingdom. Although modest in size and face value, the 2014 UK 5-pence coin carries several notable design elements that appeal to collectors. The obverse features the 4th portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a mature profile that was part of a long-running series of effigies used on coinage during her reign. The reverse design, part of the Royal Shield of Arms series, shows a quarter section of the shield. When combined with other denominations from 1p through 50p, a complete shield is formed. This innovative design concept is appreciated by collectors for its cohesiveness and aesthetic appeal. The coin's physical characteristics, such as its nickel-plated steel composition, ribbed edge, and precise milling, reflect modern minting standards. While most 2014 5-pence coins are common, there are occasionally examples with minting anomalies or exceptional strike quality that draw particular interest from numismatists. These features, though subtle, can differentiate a standard circulation piece from one that might hold enhanced collector value. On the surface, the 2014 5-pence coin is not typically considered rare, with a mintage of approximately 885 million pieces, making it one of the more common issues in modern British coinage. Most circulated examples remain valued primarily at face value. However, the dynamics of rarity in coin collecting are nuanced. While standard circulated specimens are common, examples in higher grades like extra fine, almost uncirculated, or brilliant uncirculated are less frequently encountered because coins in circulation naturally develop wear. A well-preserved extra fine specimen shows only light, wear on the highest points of the design, and retains much of its original detail, which makes it more desirable than average circulated pieces. Moreover, coins exhibiting genuine mint errors such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, or planchet irregularities can command a significant premium among collectors, although such errors are rare for this particular year and denomination. Reports from auctions and online marketplaces underscore that when genuine anomalies or higher grades are authenticated, interest and demand from collectors can increase accordingly. When discussing the current market value of a 2014 UK 5 pence coin in extra fine condition, it is important to differentiate between standard examples and those with exceptional characteristics. For everyday circulated pieces, most online listings and catalogs indicate modest values, often close to or slightly above face value. For example, common circulated examples of the 2014 5 pence may be listed for a few US dollars at most. Uncirculated or BU examples often trade higher, but even these generally remain modest in nominal value, given the high mintage of the issue. Specialized numismatic seller listings show brilliant uncirculated versions offered in the ballpark of single-digit British pounds, which converts to roughly 2.6 million US dollars, depending on exchange rates. Premiums can rise for certified coins graded by professional services, with values increasing if the grade is high. In rare cases where a coin exhibits compelling mint errors or is graded XF or better by reputable grading services, it may bring substantially more at auction, sometimes reaching $3 million or more if there is competitive bidding among collectors who prize that specific variety. Always remember that auction values fluctuate and depend on the coin's grade, the platform, and current collector demand. For those interested in collecting 2014 UK 5 pence coins, especially in extra fine or better condition, there are several practical tips worth considering. First, always start with proper grading and authentication if you believe you have a high grade or error specimen. Professional grading services provide a standardized benchmark that buyers trust in the marketplace. When inspecting coins for potential rarity or premium value, look for sharp details on the queen's portrait, the shield design, and minimal surface where all hallmarks of higher grades. Second, familiarize yourself with common versus rare minting characteristics by consulting reputable catalogs, numismatic references, and auction archives. Even small error varieties can significantly affect value. Third, store your coins properly in holders or albums that prevent damage, such as scratches or oxidation, which can reduce collectible value. Finally, track recent sales on auction platforms and numismatic marketplaces to stay informed about current demand and pricing trends, as these can vary over time with collector interest and economic conditions. Deliberate research and patience are key to building a rewarding collection. The 2014 United Kingdom 5 pence coin may appear to be an ordinary piece of small change, but within the numismatic community, it holds points of interest that make it worthy of attention, particularly in extra fine and higher conditions. Its historical context within British decimal coinage, its integration into the Royal Shield of Arms design system, and the potential for elevated value through high grades or error varieties all contribute to its collectible appeal. While most examples remain modest in monetary value due to their large mintage, the nuances of coin grading and collector demand mean that well-preserved or unique specimens can indeed command prices that exceed face value, sometimes significantly so at auction. Whether you are just beginning your coin collection journey or looking to deepen your expertise. Next up, the United Kingdom 5 pence coin of 1990 is a fascinating piece for collectors, especially when it exhibits the rare brown rusty color shade. While most coins in circulation maintain their standard silver appearance, certain environmental factors and unique metal reactions over decades have given some examples a distinct brownish, rust-like patina. This particular shade not only adds visual uniqueness, but also dramatically increases its appeal to collectors who prize coins with unusual toning or variations from the standard issue. We will explore everything about the 1990 UK 5 pence coin in this rare shade, including its history, features, rarity, market value, and tips for collectors aiming to acquire one for their collection. The history of the 5 pence coin in the United Kingdom stretches back to its introduction in 1968, when it replaced the old shilling under decimalization preparations. The 1990 version was minted under Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, featuring designs that were consistent with the decimal coinage system established in the late 1960s. By 1990, the 5-pence coin had been a staple of everyday UK currency for over 2 decades, widely circulated yet still composed of cupronickel, a material that can develop unusual toning under certain conditions. This historical context enhances the coin's value because it represents a transitional era where the UK currency was firmly established in its modern decimal form. The 1995 pence coin is notable for several unique features that attract numismatists. On the obverse, it bears the familiar effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf, a rendition that captures the queen with a dignified and youthful appearance, her crown and jewelry intricately detailed. The reverse features the crowned thistle, emblematic of Scotland, surrounded by precise detailing that remains sharp even in coins that have aged. What makes the brown rusty shade examples truly special is the alteration in appearance caused by natural oxidation of the metal. Unlike artificially toned coins, these naturally developed patinas are rare, often resulting from prolonged exposure to specific environmental factors like humidity, soil composition, or storage in acidic conditions. The uneven brown hue on some coins gives each piece a unique character, setting it apart from the typical silver tone and making it highly desirable among collectors who seek distinctive variations. The rarity and demand for the 1995 pence coin in brown rusty color cannot be overstated. While millions of 5-pence coins were minted in standard silver, only a tiny fraction have survived with this particular coloration intact. Many collectors prize such coins because they offer both historical significance and aesthetic uniqueness. Coins that display a consistent brown tone, free of corrosion or damage, are exceedingly scarce, and those in good condition are sought after at auctions and private sales alike. Numismatic forums and auction houses often report intense bidding for these rare pieces, as enthusiasts are eager to obtain coins that stand out from the standard issues, combining both rarity and visual appeal. When it comes to current market value, a 1995 pence coin in this rare brown rusty shade can command impressive prices. While standard circulated examples typically sell for a few dollars, those with the unusual patina and in well-preserved condition have been known to fetch several $1.8 million at auction. Prices can vary depending on factors like the coin's overall condition, the uniformity of the brown shade, and its provenance. Coins graded by professional services for rarity and preservation often achieve even higher values, as collectors are willing to pay a premium for authenticity and documented quality. For instance, a coin that is well-centered, with minimal wear and a uniform brown tone, could realistically be listed in the range of $2.5 million or more, reflecting both its scarcity and aesthetic appeal. Collectors looking to acquire a 1995 pence in this rare shade should pay close attention to several factors. First, condition is paramount. Coins with scratches, corrosion, or uneven toning may still be interesting but will not achieve top market prices. Second, provenance or documentation from previous sales or known collections can enhance the coin's value, providing assurance of authenticity. Third, patience is essential. These coins are not commonly found in circulation, so collectors often need to monitor auctions, estate sales, and specialized numismatic dealers to secure a quality example. Finally, understanding the natural causes of the brown rusty shade can help collectors differentiate between genuine patina and artificial toning, which can affect long-term value. The United Kingdom 5-pence coin of 1990 in a brown rusty color shade represents a unique intersection of history, rarity, and collector interest. Its distinctive appearance, rooted in natural metal changes over decades, sets it apart from the vast majority of standard coins. For collectors, this coin offers not only a piece of UK numismatic history, but also a rare opportunity to own something visually striking and increasingly valuable in the auction market. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a newcomer looking for a standout piece, the 1995 pence in brown rusty shade remains a coveted addition to any collection, combining historical significance, rarity, and aesthetic allure that is hard to replicate in modern coinage. Next up, the United Kingdom 5-pence coin from 1998 is a remarkable example of modern British coinage that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. We will explore the rich history, unique features, and the growing market value of this rare coin, especially in very fine condition. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a casual collector, understanding the significance of the 1998 5-pence coin is essential for appreciating its value in today's auction market. The 5-pence coin has been an integral part of British currency since its introduction in 1968, replacing the old shilling as part of the decimalization process. By 1998, the coin had already established itself as a familiar piece of everyday currency, but the specific minting characteristics of that year have made certain coins highly sought after. During the late 1990s, the Royal Mint produced 5-pence coins with precise attention to detail and consistent metal composition, but variations in production, limited survival in pristine condition, and specific mint errors have contributed to the rarity of some 1998 coins today. Understanding the historical context of the 1998 5-pence coin is crucial, as it represents a period of transition for collectors who began to focus not just on older, classic coins, but also on modern pieces with potential investment value. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1998 5-pence coin is its design and physical characteristics. The obverse of the coin features the reigning monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, depicted in the portrait by Ian Rank Broadley, which was widely used on British coins during this era. The reverse carries the iconic crowned thistle, symbolizing Scotland, which is part of the traditional design representing the nations of the United Kingdom. The coin is composed of cupronickel, giving it a distinctive silver appearance that resists tarnishing, and its small size and precise edge milling reflect the high standards of the Royal Mint. Collectors also note subtle variations in the strike and finish that can distinguish a standard coin from one of exceptional quality, making every detail significant in assessing value. The rarity and collector demand for the 1998 5-pence coin primarily stem from its condition and scarcity in very fine or better states. While millions of 5-pence coins were produced that year for circulation, only a fraction have survived without significant wear, scratches, or discoloration. Coins in very fine condition are particularly prized because they retain sharp detail on the Queen's portrait and the thistle design, making them highly appealing to collectors who prioritize visual appeal and historical integrity. Moreover, certain minting anomalies or low mintage examples from regional issues can dramatically increase desirability. The collector market for modern British coins has grown substantially in the last 2 decades, and the 1998 5-pence coin has emerged as a standout example due to its relative scarcity in top condition. Current market values for the 1998 5-pence coin in very fine condition reflect this collector interest. On major auction platforms, coins with minimal circulation marks and strong detail can fetch prices ranging from $4 million, depending on grading, provenance, and whether they exhibit any rare minting variations. Coins that have been professionally graded by respected numismatic organizations often achieve the highest prices, as buyers are willing to pay a premium for verified quality. While these figures may seem modest compared to antique coins, the investment potential lies in the coin's rarity relative to its availability and the growing recognition of modern British coinage as a serious collectible category. For collectors interested in acquiring the 1998 5-pence coin, several practical tips can enhance both the collecting experience and potential investment value. First, always examine coins carefully for signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration, as condition is the most critical factor in determining market value. Second, consider purchasing coins from reputable dealers or auction houses to ensure authenticity and proper documentation. Third, storing coins properly in protective holders or coin albums can preserve their condition over time, which is especially important for modern coins that might otherwise be overlooked. Finally, staying informed about auction trends and emerging collector interest can help identify when the market is most favorable for buying or selling rare coins. The United Kingdom 5-pence coin from 1998 is more than just a piece of metal. It is a tangible representation of British history, craftsmanship, and the enduring appeal of coin collecting. Its unique design, historical context, and rarity in very fine condition have established it as a sought-after coin in the collector market, with significant potential for value growth over time. For collectors and investors alike, understanding the nuances of this coin and approaching acquisitions with care and knowledge can lead to both personal satisfaction and financial reward. As modern coin collecting continues to gain popularity, the 1998 5-pence coin stands as a shining example of how even relatively recent issues can achieve iconic status in the world of numismatics. Next up, the United Kingdom 5-pence coin from 1997. At first glance, this coin might seem quite ordinary after all. It has circulated in everyday pocket change for decades. But for collectors and numismatists, even common coins have stories to tell and lessons to teach about rarity, demand, and value. In this video, we will explore the background of the coin, what makes it interesting, how it is perceived in the collector market, and real-world values expressed in US dollars. The 1997 United Kingdom 5-pence coin is a product of the Royal Mint, struck in copper nickel with a standard weight of approximately 3.25 grams and a diameter of 18 millimeters. It bears the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, a design by Raphael David Maklauf, which was the official effigy used on British coins during much of the late 20th century. The reverse features a crowned thistle, the traditional badge of Scotland, symbolizing the denomination and national heritage of the coin. This design belongs to the standard decimal coinage first introduced in 1971 and continued until the redesigns that began in the 21st century. During 1997, the coin remained in regular circulation throughout the United Kingdom, making it a ubiquitous part of daily commerce. In total, over 236 million of these coins were minted, making this issue relatively common by mintage standards. Although the 1997 5-pence is a common circulating denomination, it possesses a range of technical and design features that appeal to collectors and history buffs alike. The consistent copper-nickel composition gives it a silvery appearance that holds up reasonably well in circulation, and the ribbed edge helps differentiate it by touch and sight. The obverse inscription uses traditional Latin legend, encapsulating centuries of numismatic tradition. The reverse thistle design reflects the United Kingdom's composite history and is a recognizable symbol that connects modern decimal currency to earlier British coinage motifs. Additionally, the 1997 edition belongs to the final series of small-type 5-pence coins before subsequent design and material changes were introduced in later years. While this particular date lacks specialized commemorative motifs, it represents a transitional era in British decimal coinage, which can add a narrative dimension for collectors cataloging the evolution of circulating coins. It is important to address the question of rarity with factual context. The 1997 5-pence coin is generally considered rare in standard circulated condition because of its high mintage. Over 236 million pieces were produced. As such, the coin is classified as a common issue in most numismatic catalogs. This means that simply possessing a circulated 1997 5-pence coin does not automatically confer high value. However, within the broader context of coin collecting, there are several circumstances in which even common coins can attract elevated demand. For example, collectors often seek coins with exceptionally well-preserved surfaces, unusual die variations, minting anomalies, or error characteristics that distinguish them from the typical run. Rare minting errors such as misstrikes, off-center strikes, or blank planchets can transform a common issue into a sought-after collectible worth significantly more than face value, occasionally commanding strong interest at auction or private sale. Such anomalies are not common, but are the reason collectors examine circulated coins closely rather than dismissing them outright. Turning to the collector market, standard circulated examples of the 1997 5-pence coin typically trade for modest sums well below $1 when sold individually through platforms such as eBay and collector catalogs. Typical price guides indicate values in the range of approximately $3 million for circulated coins in various grades, depending on wear and overall eye appeal. This reflects the coin's status as a common circulating piece with limited demand outside of specialized collections. Even coins in extra fine or very fine condition rarely exceed these modest values. In contrast, any example exhibiting a recognized error or very unusual characteristic can attract a premium relative to these baseline prices. Although such instances are exceptional rather than the norm, auction results and realized sales on established marketplaces should always be consulted when assessing the potential value of a specific specimen. If you are a collector seeking to build a comprehensive British coin collection, the 1997 5-pence coin has a place in your narrative as part of the decimal system's development. Focus first on acquiring well-graded specimens if you intend to showcase the coin's design and historical context. Such specimens will have minimal surface marks and clear details on both the Queen's portrait and the thistle reverse. Always verify the authenticity and grade of any coin before trading or selling, ideally consulting trusted reference guides or coin grading services. For those interested in uncovering potential rarities, carefully inspect circulated coins for anomalies such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, repunched dates, or planchet imperfections. These features, when confirmed by a reputable expert, can markedly increase collector interest and realized auction value. Regularly reviewing sold-priced listings on auction platforms will also help you track realistic market values and refine your expectations when buying or selling. Finally, proper storage using acid-free holders and climate-controlled environments will preserve the condition of your coins and protect their collectible integrity over time. The United Kingdom 5 pence 1997 coin is a compelling piece of decimal coinage history that represents the ordinary yet fascinating side of numismatics. While it is not inherently rare in standard circulated condition due to its high mintage, it serves as an accessible and educational addition to any British coin collection. Its design elements honor the reign of Queen Elizabeth II and reflect the enduring heritage of British currency. Typical values in the marketplace remain modest in US dollar terms, but the coin's true value for many collectors lies in its story, its design, and the potential for discovering anomalies that elevate interest. Whether you are a seasoned collector or a newcomer to the world of coins, examining issues like the 1997 5 pence offers insight into how rarity, condition, and collector demand all intersect in the fascinating world of numismatics. Next up, the United Kingdom 5 pence dated 1990. While at first glance it may appear to be a humble piece of decimal coinage, the 1995 pence carries unique historical significance, design features, and under the right circumstances a collector appeal that can translate into real value at auction. Whether you're an experienced collector or just getting started, by the end of this video you'll understand what makes this coin worth more than its face value in very fine condition and why certain versions attract notable prices in dollars on the global market. The British 5 pence coin was first introduced in 1968 as part of the United Kingdom's transition to decimal coinage. By 1990, the coin had undergone significant evolution, particularly in size and composition. Up until that year, the 5 pence was punched from a larger cupronickel blank, roughly the size of a shilling, weighing 5.65 grams with a diameter of 23.59 millimeters. In 1990, the Royal Mint reduced the size of the 5 pence to the smaller modern standard of 18 millimeters, with a new weight of approximately 3.25 g and maintaining its cupronickel composition. This transition coincided with broader changes in UK decimal coinage, and therefore 1990 is notable as a transition year in the 5 pence series. The obverse of the 1990 coin features the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf, while the reverse displays the crowned Scottish thistle, designed by Christopher Ironside, a motif synonymous with British numismatic art throughout the late 20th century. Beyond the standard circulation pieces, the Royal Mint also issued a silver-proof Piedfort version of the 1995 pence in sterling silver. Piedfort coins are struck on thicker blanks, producing a noticeably heavier and more substantial coin with mirror-like proof fields and frosted devices. These special versions were targeted directly at collectors rather than general circulation and typically came in original packaging. When evaluating the 1995 pence coin in very fine condition, there are several distinguishing features that collectors care about. For the standard copper-nickel circulation coin, the reduced size itself is historically important because it represents a shift in British monetary production practices. Its design details, including the Queen's portrait and the crowned thistle, reveal the artistic norms of the era and offer a tangible link to the United Kingdom's monetary evolution. In very fine grade, the detail on both sides remains clear, and while wear is evident, the design remains legible and attractive. Coins graded in very fine or extremely fine condition are generally more desirable than heavily worn pieces because they retain much more of their original mint detail without reaching the high price brackets reserved for uncirculated coins. The Piedfort proof version has a completely different market appeal. Its heavier weight and proof finish, combined with the limited production run, with estimates placing Piedfort mintages around 20,000 pieces, make it a more collectible and intrinsically interesting item for modern British coin collectors. Despite the overall large mintage of standard 5 pence coins in 1990, millions were produced for circulation. The transition between the large and small 5 pence formats that occurred in 1990 has created a subtle niche interest. Most standard circulation coins remain common. They are not typically considered rare in classic numismatic terms. However, within collector circles, certain varieties and better condition examples attract attention because they are harder to find in higher grades, particularly as time passes and well-preserved specimens become scarcer. The Piedfort versions and proof examples are inherently rarer because they were not released into general circulation and were aimed squarely at collectors. Their limited mintage and attractive finish give them a different profile of demand in comparison to everyday copper-nickel pieces. Collectors of modern British coins often seek these high-quality strikes, and this heightened demand can push prices above what the general public might expect for a coin that originally had a face value of just 5 pence. When it comes to current market value, context is critical. Standard circulated 1995 pence coins, even in very fine condition, typically bring modest prices if sold through everyday marketplace platforms or casual auctions. Listings for such coins on international auction sites often show values in the low single-digit range when converted to US dollars. However, coins that attract significant interest fall into a few distinct categories. Very fine or extremely fine examples can command premiums compared to average worn pieces precisely because they show clearer detail and fewer contact marks. While rare sales for these might reach more than a typical coin, they usually remain accessible to collectors. Proof and Piedfort issues. Silver-proof Piedfort examples consistently bring higher values because they are limited, finished for collectors, and often sold with original packaging. Auction results and marketplace sales for these silver versions often fall into a higher price range, potentially translating into $2 million or more depending on condition, presence of original case and certificate, and the specifics of the auction. While not common for the 1995 pence specifically, coins with certified grading or identified minting oddities can occasionally draw collector attention at premium prices. In other UK coin series, graded items or error pieces have sold for significantly higher multiples of face value at auction. If you're a collector interested in the 1990 UK 5 pence, a few strategies can help you maximize your chances of finding higher value examples. Very fine and higher grades command more interest than heavily worn pieces, so understanding what features define these grades will help you evaluate coins accurately. Professional grading by established services adds confidence for both buyers and sellers, and can often result in higher auction realizations. For Piedfort and proof coins, the presence of the original capsule, presentation box, and certificates can meaningfully increase market value. The United Kingdom 1995 pence coin might appear at first to be an everyday decimal coin, yet it holds aspects of historical interest and collecting potential worth exploring. The transition in coin format that year, combined with the existence of collectible silver-proof Piedfort versions, ensures that this coin occupies a distinctive place in the broader world of British numismatics. Standard circulated coins in very fine condition may not fetch extraordinary prices, but they have enduring appeal to collectors eager to fill gaps in their sets. Meanwhile, properly preserved proof quality and Piedfort examples can command stronger premiums in dollars due to their rarity and condition. Whether you are starting a collection or refining one, the 1995 pence offers depth and nuance that make it a truly rewarding coin to study and trade. Next up, we are diving deep into the United Kingdom 5 pence coin from 1992, particularly in the rare black patina condition, a variant that has become a prized possession for serious numismatists. This coin, despite its modest face value, has captured the attention of collectors worldwide due to its rarity, historical significance, and striking appearance. We will explore its history, unique features, collector demand, and current market value in dollars, giving you a complete picture of why this coin is worth considering for any collection. The 5 pence coin was first introduced in 1968 as part of the United Kingdom's decimalization process, which aimed to simplify the country's complex pre-decimal currency system. The 1992 version falls under the second decimal coinage design period, during which the coins were minted with a standard copper-nickel alloy. This period marked a time of transition in British coinage, where minor design adjustments and variations became increasingly valued by collectors. The 1992 5 pence coin represents the culmination of several years of consistent design and production, making it historically significant within the decimal coin series. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 1992 5 pence coin is its black patina condition. This naturally occurring or artificially induced darkening on the surface of the coin gives it a dramatic and aesthetically striking appearance, setting it apart from the typical shiny, silver-like coins found in circulation. The obverse features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf, showcasing the Queen in a classic right-facing portrait that has become iconic. On the reverse, the coin bears the crowned thistle emblem, symbolizing Scotland, designed by Christopher Ironside. The sharp details of the thistle combined with the dark patina create a visually compelling coin that commands attention from collectors. Rarity is a key factor that drives collector interest, and the 1992 5 pence coin in black patina is considered scarce for several reasons. Most coins from this period circulated extensively, and few have survived with the kind of patina that enhances their visual appeal. Additionally, coins in near-perfect preservation or with naturally darkened surfaces are even less common. This scarcity has elevated the 1992 5 pence in black patina to a status of high demand among collectors who focus on unique and visually striking examples of British coinage. Auction houses and private sales frequently see competitive bidding for such coins, reflecting their desirability. The current market value of the 1992 5-pence coin in black patina condition is significantly higher than its nominal face value. While a standard circulated 1992 5-pence may only be worth a few cents to a casual collector, coins in this rare condition have sold at auctions for several $1.5 million, depending on the quality of the patina and the coin's overall preservation. High-grade examples with a deep, even patina and minimal wear can command prices approaching or even exceeding $2.6 million in the global numismatic market, highlighting how a small coin can become a serious investment for those in the know. For collectors looking to acquire or preserve coins like the 1992 5-pence in black patina, there are several tips to consider. Always verify the authenticity of the coin through reputable dealers or third-party grading services, as patina can sometimes be artificially applied to mimic age or rarity. Handle coins carefully to avoid disturbing the delicate surface, and store them in protective holders or coin capsules to maintain their condition. Staying informed about auction trends and recent sales will help collectors make educated decisions about timing and valuation, ensuring they are getting a fair price for such rare pieces. The United Kingdom 5-pence coin from 1992 in black patina condition is more than just a small piece of currency. It represents a unique blend of history, artistry, and rarity that makes it highly sought after in the collector's market. Its striking appearance, combined with limited availability and strong demand, has elevated its value well beyond its face value, turning it into a miniature treasure for enthusiasts. For anyone interested in British coinage, the 1992 5-pence in black patina is a fascinating example of how even the smallest denominations can hold remarkable historical and financial significance, making it a must-watch and must-have for serious collectors around the world. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most intriguing coins.